friends.
Hey, friends.
Welcome to Leave Me Alone. I'm working on it. I'm Ore.
And I'm Cassie J.
Actually, you know what? It is 2025. And the other day, I don't actually know what happened. What happened? Something led me down that road.
Okay.
Can't remember. But I think I do remember. I was thinking about my TV presenting days. Something
Got
led
it.
me down that road. And then I remember that guys, sorry, my brain is fuzzy. Anyway, I remembered that for the entire span of my career, and I say that like my career is over. It's not. It's just like on a hiatus, like on an extended sabbatical. Um, um, I, the brand and the persona I created for myself was Oriajewale. I always
Yes.
said my name. So I'd be like, hi, I'm Oriajewale. Welcome to the show. Hi, I'm Oriajewale. This is Red Carpet Vibes. Hi, I'm Oriajewale, Oriajewale, Oriajewale. Even in uni,
Yeah, but
people
you have
never.
to because we have to establish you.
Exactly. And I'm like, even
It's
in uni,
important to say the name. I mean,
exactly, because I'd said it over and over and I'd done shows and things, people never called me Ore in school. They were like, Oriajewale, Oriajewale, like in full. So now I'm like, why did I come on LMA
and you're like,
and be like,
ah,
hi, I'm Ore?
I'm Ore.
What happened to we are creating a brand?
That's so funny. Do you know why this is particularly funny? Because you gave me so much shit about Cassie
No,
J.
I
Yeah,
did
you did.
not. I
You did.
gave
You
you
gave me
so
so
much
much shit about how I'm
about
spelling
the
it. I know.
AY. Yeah, because
Yeah,
you'd established
you
a
gave me
brand
so much shit.
as
I hadn't.
Cassie amongst your friends. We all called you Cassie J. Like it was a
You
thing.
still do. But now when you
Yes,
see
but
it written
now there's an
down,
AY in it. And I'm just like, why? The AY in Cassie J is as useless as the AY in OK.
wow! Not her calling my name useless,
No, no,
but
no.
we won't
No,
hop.
no,
We
no,
won't
no, no,
hop
no,
on
no.
that, shall we?
Okay, let me correct myself. It's as pointless. I don't know if pointless is any better. Actually, I'm making this
Right.
worse.
Not any better at all.
Anyway,
But yes,
and
okay, Oria Joelle, let's
thank you
go.
so much. And so now I've decided that when we start LMA, I'm gonna be introducing myself as Oria Joelle. I'm like, I don't know why I
Okay.
went back on
Welcome
that,
back.
but like,
Welcome
gotta
back,
take.
Oria Joelle.
Thank you so much. I gotta get back into myself, take back my identity. Like nobody took it from me. I'm the one who put it down.
Ooh,
And now I must
there's a lesson there.
I think what led me there is you and I had a conversation where you were where you I think it was an episode we did where you were like, why are we talking about one day? You know, do it.
Mm,
Why are we talking about one day? What
why
happens
one day?
today? And I was
Yes, yes.
telling you that there's things that I've wanted to do or start or whatever, and all of that is built around this persona and this brand that I created for myself many years ago, and it's Oriajewale.
Mm,
And I'm just like, why
mm,
am I putting it down? I've put so much
mm,
down, and I'm just like, it's time to pick it back up.
mm.
So anyway, I just said that so that in case the next time I go, welcome to Leave Me Alone, I'm working, I go, I'm Oriajewale. You're like, she's who?
Ooh, wait,
Who
what?
that? I'm okay. I'm putting it out there. Anyway, there is a somewhat new-ish show on Netflix. At
What
this
is it?
point,
Because
you guys are probably used to me starting an episode with I saw a thread, I saw a tweet, I saw a TikTok, there's a show on Netflix, I heard a song. You're probably used to it. But we find inspiration in the world around us, don't we?
It's true. I also
And
need you to tell me about new shows because if you don't tell me about new shows, I'm just gonna go watch The
let me
Diplomat.
tell you about
Like, like that's what's gonna happen.
you
Like, oh, I
you
need something to watch. The Diplomat.
you say that like a threat, but I'm actually okay with you watching the Diplomat again and again and again.
So good.
It is good. But here's a new show you should go watch. And this one I'm
Okay.
recommending for everyone. It's called The Newsroom. It's not new, it's quite old. It's
Sounds familiar.
Jeff Daniels and a bunch of other and
I do not know
Olivia
people's
Munn.
names.
That hun.
Okay.
It's good. So Dami was like, "Have you watched it?" And I was like, "No." And he was like, "You should watch it." I was watching this new show on Amazon. This was like last month. I don't know, called Wild Cards. And it's
Okay.
basically the same, this whole FBI in an informant, NYPD informant trope where
Got it.
it was like a Neil Caffrey, but not as good. Oh, Neil Caffrey was so good.
Who's that? I have no
White
idea that.
Collar. You never saw White Collar?
No.
Here's a list for
I s-
you. White
Thanks.
Collar,
Yeah.
Newsroom, not Wild Cards. Wild Cards is okay. It's just I feel like that trope is played out. So I wasn't like I was watching and I was waiting for it to get good. And then Demi's like, "Have you seen Newsroom? I've just started the first episode. Well done, babe, for finally remembering that you must stop and tell me before you finish episode 1, because this is why we still fight today about Vikings and why I still have not finished Vikings, because I said
Listen,
let's watch Vikings. He went and watched it without me. He got to season 2 and then he remembered, oh,
I have a wife. Here's my thing. I really tapped into the Vikings thing. I pushed to the end of season 1 and I just was not, it just did not grab me at any point. And
have you
and it's
tried
not because
Valhalla? Vikings
I
Valhalla.
watched
There's a different one. It's like
oh
100 years later. Try Valhalla. It's three
I don't know
seasons and
which
it's
one I watched.
done.
No, I don't know which one I
The
watched.
best thing about Valhalla, and I'll tell you why I'm so obsessed. There's this guy, there's a character in it. His name is Harald Sigurdsson. And every time he appear, it's like, oh my God, this is perfect for this episode. Thank you, Cassandra. As much as I'm like, I need to remember to be like Oriajiwale. Every time Harold showed up, he doesn't go, "I'm Harold." He goes, "I'm Harold Sigurdsson." Like every single
Okay.
time.
Well,
And
there you
I
go.
loved it so much that I went on YouTube to be like, someone must have done a compilation of every single time he said this. And someone had. And I played that thing and I had
Someone
a
else.
good time. So
Yep, yep,
try
yep.
Valhalla. It's 3 seasons and it's done. I know you love a limited series. Three seasons, it's done.
Love a limited series. If Netflix producers are watching us at all, stop making
They are
things that are
not.
more than one season. Just don't do
No,
it.
what the
Do
hell? The
one season
Diplomat.
and be done. Yes, and we just talked about how season 1
It's
is the best,
still
is
good.
significantly better than season
Yes,
2.
but one of the things we hate about season 2 is that they dropped the soundtrack.
They did. Netflix, focus.
I'm ready to fight
Focus.
someone on that. Okay, can we bring this episode back?
Yes,
Can we
yes.
bring it back? Okay. But before we bring it back, shows that you can watch if you're needing something to watch. Oluwatosin, I hope you're watching this because my sister would be like, all right, send me shows. Here's shows. White Collar, The Newsroom, Vikings Valhalla. I'm also not wild
Madam
about the
Secretary
original
is
Vikings.
great if you haven't
Madam
watched it.
Secretary, The Diplomat,
Mm.
the American one, not the British one. Um, yeah, those are 5 good shows. You can start there. Anyway, so there's this show on Netflix. It's not new. It's been out like for actually it came out last year. Oh yeah, it did. I think it came out last year. I've seen like I don't know, 50% of the show. It's good.
Mm.
It's called Nobody Wants This, and it is Kristen Bell and Adam Brody. Adam
I
Brody.
love Nobody Wants This. It's so
Oh,
good.
you've seen Nobody Wants This?
I
Okay.
loved it. I loved it. I'm so glad you brought this up because let's discuss.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Wait, is you're gonna talk more about this thing, right?
Yes, yes, yes. I am going to talk about it.
Okay, great. I'm excited. Go. I have many thoughts.
Okay.
Actually, can I
Well,
start? I have one thought. The one thing that I want to do. One thing that I want to
no,
call out.
no, no,
Wait,
no, no.
wait,
She's
please,
going to ruin
please.
my
I'm
episode.
not gonna ruin it. I promise
You
you, I'm
don't
not.
know what I'm going to say. So if I let you speak, now I don't have an episode. And then we'll just be like, okay, guys, that's the episode. Bye.
No, but I highly doubt this is something you're going to talk about. But
Let
okay,
me
go for it.
remind you when we had that Kate discussion many moons ago. And
Kate.
yeah, when Princess Kate, was she Princess
Oh,
Kate? When
Kate Middleton. Kate.
Yeah, when Kate was sick. And I started the episode, and
Oh
Cassie's like,
yeah.
I have many thoughts. And Cassie went. And by the time she was done, I was like, don't have an episode.
I've
So
got nothing else to talk about. Okay, fine, fine,
So
fine, 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 fine. Okay, you
give me
go.
a
But I have.
hint. Give me a hint. What is it about? And then I'll tell you whether or not you can go. Okay, no, we're talking about different things. You can go.
Thank you. Okay. Can we just talk about that kiss? The first kiss between the two of them? That is like, it was like an iconic kiss. It was better than what's his face and that other hun in that other movie. That was not helpful.
Wow, that was
Ryan
very
Gosling
helpful.
and Amy
Oh, The
McAdams? Is that it?
Notebook.
That Notebook. It's not Amy McAdams, but you know who I'm talking about. Um,
Rachel
see,
Adams.
Rachel Adams. Much better than the kiss in the Notebook. And a truly iconic kiss. I was like, the next time I get kissed, if it's not like that, I will be so upset. Oh,
I feel
what
bad
a
for
good
you
kiss.
because prepare to be upset. Because
Good. Why don't you want good things for me? That
I
really is all
want
I'm
good things
saying.
for you, but that
I'm
was the
joking.
most staged, practiced, rehearsed, choreographed
Ooh,
kiss in the
I don't care.
history.
I don't
It's
care.
never like that in real life. Can we
I
talk
don't
about
care.
how the movies have set us all up for failure
For
in life?
failure. It's true.
Set us up
Woo!
for
What
failure
a kiss.
in
And
everything. But yes,
my
it was a
friend,
great kiss.
it was a great kiss. My friend Nonji and I were discussing it. We discussed it
Like
at
I
length.
felt that kiss in the lower part of my belly.
Do you know what I mean?
But like
What a good
the
kiss.
chemistry between the two of
Ah,
them was really good. Casting wise,
phenomenal.
amazing job. Like very
Phenomenal.
well done.
Yeah,
Um
yeah.
anyway, I was not going to talk about the kiss. I was going to talk about some insanity that happened in episode 1. I think it was episode 1. So
Okay.
you remember when he was still with the ex-girlfriend, the Jewish
Yeah.
girlfriend?
Oh,
I can't
yeah.
even spoiler alert this because guys, it's been months.
It's
You should have
been
watched
out.
it. If you haven't
Been
watched it,
out.
you can. But we're gonna chat about it.
And it's also
um,
episode 1 in like the first
yeah,
10
it's
minutes. So
episode
it's not
1.
even that big of a spoiler.
So in episode 1, Adam Brody gets back home from I don't know wherever with his very weird, very tall brother, and
That is very strange.
and yeah, he is, isn't he?
Very
And
weird.
his girlfriend is home. Oh, and they bring food. So then they bring from like these styrofoam plates or whatever, and they're ready to just like dig in. And she's like, "No, we have to dish them." And he's like, "We can just eat them." She's very proper, so she's bringing out the dishes and all. There's nothing wrong with that, but as she's bringing out dishes, he just suddenly goes, "What's that?" And all of us were like, "What's what?" Because I didn't notice it at first. Um, and then he goes, "Dad, what's on your finger?" And apparently, the story behind this is that he had bought an engagement ring that he didn't know whether or not he wanted to give to her, and he'd hidden it somewhere in the home, I think in his desk drawer or something.
Yeah. Oh, sock drawer or
Homegirl
something.
had gone nosing about,
Snoop, snoop,
found the
snoop.
ring, decided it was for her, and it was time to put it on. And she put that thing on and carried on with her day
And just kept it pushing.
and just kept it
She just
pushing. She didn't
kept
even
it
say
pushing.
anything to him, didn't have a conversation, didn't ask him anything, just wearing the ring. And when he sees it, he's like, that's what he was like, what's that? And she's basically like, well, she saw it and she figured it was about time and it was the next step. And so she just the moral of the story is like, is that don't be a crazy hun. Because what is that? I was shooketh. I was like, I'm sorry, wait, hold up. So you're with your boyfriend for I don't know 4 years. You've decided to move in together. You're living
Yeah.
together. You
Yeah.
go snooping. First of all, the idea that being in a relationship or being married means that there is zero privacy or zero
Mm,
individuality, I don't subscribe to. I
I
feel
agree.
like there should still be space to accommodate both of those things. So first of all, you've gone snooping in his things. And when I say privacy, people are going to be like, but all right, everything should be open. I'm not saying you should be hiding stuff like from your
Of
partner.
course.
I'm not saying you should be
Of
hiding
course.
anything. Everything should be free for all, like open.
Yes.
But I'm saying even
100%.
you as the partner,
Mm,
respect your partner's space and privacy and individualism
mm,
enough, trust them
mm,
enough to not go snooping if you don't need to go snooping. And
mm.
if you do go snooping and accidentally see an engagement ring when you have not talked about it, he has not proposed to you, don't put that thing on. You close the drawer and you back away. and
No,
you pretend.
that was a crazy it was
What?
a crazy thing that she did. She just was like, "Here's the engagement ring, it's mine," and put it on. She just put it on and then didn't even address it. Just went around acting like nothing was
And then when he
like
brought it up, did you see her reaction?
yeah,
She
she was like, "Yeah, well, you were gonna propose, and I just took that stress away from you. It's not a big deal. We're gonna get married. It's fine." She'd even already called his mother to be like, "Oh, we're engaged."
ay
Like
ay ay.
it
I'm
was
a
a bit
girl and
crazy.
my eye is twitching. I'm like, what? N-
Yeah. Now, look. Here's the thing. If I was her, okay,
Yeah.
I definitely wouldn't have. Firstly, I don't think I would have gone snooping. I just don't think that's something. But if I had accidentally stumbled across it, I open a drawer and it's there.
Yeah.
Okay. And I open it and I see a ring. I'm not gonna put it on, but you
Hmm.
best believe I'm picking up the phone and being like, "All right, I found a ring."
Yes.
Like, I'm gonna call my girlfriends. I'm gonna be like, "Here it is." I'm gonna take a picture. I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna be like, "I found a ring. I found a ring. I found a ring."
With that one.
Yeah,
Depending on the girlfriend you're calling though. Like if you're calling like your
yeah, yeah.
G, I'm
I'm
okay
calling
with that.
you.
No,
I'm calling
I
you.
know. I'm just saying, like for people who you need to have a me now for you to call. Like this is me and you, but I'm like for anyone else, like you call
I'm
your
with you.
G, right? But
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
like, you don't put it on, you don't take it
No.
out, you leave it where it is. You
Yeah,
don't
maybe
know.
I put it
Maybe he's
on.
not
I
even
put
trying
it
to
on
propose
and
to
I
you.
look at it. I look at it and I go, "Ooh la
You
la,"
know what? I
but then I
see this
put
for
it back.
you. I really do
But
see this for you.
then I
No,
put
let
it
me
back.
tell you what's going to happen. You're going to put it on to try it on, and then you're going to try to put it back. And one of two things will happen. Either it will fall and roll under the bed because you're Cassie J and these
Correct.
things happen to
That's
you, or he will walk in at
accurate.
that moment. One of those two
Accurate.
things will happen. But
And then I look like a crazy one.
I
Sorry.
think
But it's
I
gonna happen.
think that we all have a little bit of crazy in us.
One
We all
thousand
do
percent.
some dumb things. We
One
all
thousand percent.
misbehave. We all sometimes can be badly behaved. And I own and I accept that sometimes 100% of what I have done or said or how I've
Is
shown up
on me.
it's insane. It doesn't make sense to anybody else. And sometimes it even makes sense to me. But there are some kind of Angela madness. Did you watch Why Did I Get Married Too? Please say yes. Oh gosh, Cassandra.
I know I
Ah,
watched Why Did I Get Married, but I don't think I watched the
oh,
second
it's
one.
same. Okay, but why did I get married? You remember
Yeah, yeah.
Angela Williams in it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. There are some Angela Williams madness levels that I think nobody should aspire to. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Just when you feel yourself on the edge, about to step over, reel yourself back in.
Take a step back. Check
Just don't
yourself
do
before
it.
you wreck
So
yourself.
I've put together a list in case you were
Okay.
wondering, in case you've done some shit and you don't know that what you're doing is cray cray. We are here to help. What are friends for?
You know what? This is actually helpful because I'm trying to think like, what's the craziest thing I've done like in a relationship?
Oh my god, I actually want to know this, Cass. What's the craziest thing you've done in a relationship?
I'm trying to think what it is that I've done and I can't, and not because I'm not crazy, but
Because you
like, or
are.
that I don't have a crazy moments, but
You
like
do.
I can't think of what it is.
I feel like it's one of those things where when you're put on the spot and you just can't remember, but like
Yeah, yeah,
it'll
yeah.
come to you. Because
It'll come to me.
I know I've done some shit. I'm not even gonna lie.
Tell
I
us.
know.
Tell us.
Like I'm also
Tell
trying to
us.
think. I'm like,
Tell us.
what
Tell
would I
us.
say is like the craziest? Because most of it feels like random stuff, you know? Because I've not done anything this level crazy. And
Okay.
I've
Okay.
not done anything
I'm
on
gonna
my
think about it.
list.
I'm
I'm
gonna
also
think
going to
about
think
it.
about it. And as I'm going through the list, if there's anything I've done, I will own up to it. Okay. So,
Okay.
first one, it says cloning his phone so you can see who he calls or texts. This one is a real story. This girl on X, on X? Yeah, on X was saying how she'd done this.
That's a bit much.
She cloned her boyfriend's phone. She thought he was cheating, so she cloned his phone. I mean, she
Okay.
was right. He was cheating. But I'm like, if you have to go to those lengths because you don't
There's a
trust your
problem.
partner,
Yeah.
then you shouldn't be with that person anyway.
I'm with you.
Like, what is a
Look,
relationship without trust?
I'm with you. I think, um, hmm, this one is crazy. For me, my whole thing about the phone, I have never gone through the phone of someone I'm dating.
I have.
Never.
I did
I
it
never
one
have.
time and I regretted
And
it in
I just
immensely.
think if you're looking for something, you're going to find it.
I wasn't looking for something, actually. I wasn't going through his phone because I was going through his phone. It was the middle of the night and
Mhm.
he was asleep. It's Dami's phone, by the
Mhm.
way, but this was like
Okay.
years ago. He was asleep. I couldn't sleep. I often have those moments. And then his phone vibrates next to me. And like it's a WhatsApp message that pops in. And I don't know why. Let's call it lack of sleep. Let's call it boredom. I pick up the phone and I see the messages from this hun that I'm like, I do not agree with or vibe with. And I'm like, why is she messaging
Oh,
him in the
snap.
middle of the
Of
night?
the night,
You get
even.
me. And then I open it. I shouldn't have done it, but I did do it. And then, yeah, I felt bad afterwards. I mean, I woke him to be like, why is she messaging you in the middle of the night? And there was a whole thing. And
I'm
you
dying because
always,
I'm just seeing Uri being like, wake up. Why is she texting? And Gabby just being like, what's going on?
you know what? The man is very sweet and very
Oh,
accommodating. But you know what
so
I've
funny.
learned, and it's not just from me, because when I read stories of other women who
Oh,
have done this kind of snooping,
yeah. Mm.
you, the snooper, always comes out looking like a fool on the other side. You will always feel bad on the other side.
Yeah.
Like even if because it's not like he was doing anything, there was nothing in his messages that showed
Yeah,
that he
no,
was
I'm
doing it.
with
Because
you. I'm with you.
I scrolled and I read the whole thing. Lack of sleep. But it's not like he was doing anything.
Mm.
But if you so in that scenario, I come out looking like an idiot because what are you doing? There's nothing there. And it wasn't really a lack of trust, but I don't know, whatever it was.
The
But
crazy took
even
over. I understand. I
exactly,
get
the
it.
crazy took over. But if you
I
do
get
find
it.
something, then you still feel foolish because you're like, this has been
Because,
going
yeah,
on behind my. So like, just don't do it. If you don't
correct.
trust
Just
your
don't do it.
partner, and if you doubt something or you're not sure, you don't like how they're moving with,
Ask.
ask a
Rather have the
question.
conversation. And
Mm,
if you don't feel like you can ask, even that is a
a
problem. It's
problem.
a
Yes,
sign of that something is broken, that
something.
something
Yeah,
is not okay.
100%.
Yeah, I feel very strongly about this one. And again, to your point earlier, it's not because I've got anything to hide. It's not because like my phone is a big secret.
Mm.
But like I just you're going to read something, you may take it out of context, or you're going to read something and it will be hurtful, it will be painful. I just stay away from the phone. Just don't put
But
yourself
like
through that
you,
level of
you
anguish.
are you open to, like, when you've had relationships? Do you have the passcodes of your partner and do you give them
Yeah,
yours?
yeah. Yeah,
Same.
yeah, yeah.
It's like that. Because I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
for me, that's another problem. Like,
Yeah, there's
I
nothing
don't,
to hide.
there's nothing
There's
to
nothing to
hide.
hide.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
the trust is a two-way street, right? It's
Mm,
you're trusting me enough with the passcodes, with the access,
mm,
and I'm
mm.
trusting you enough not to do anything with it. Do you get
Correct.
what I mean? So
With
anyway,
you.
the second one is crazy on a different level. Setting up fake IG accounts so that you or your friends can tempt him. True story as well. I think everything here
Yeah.
is a true. I've seen this on the internet at some point in time.
Okay, so I've thought of a story of mine.
Okay.
But it's not me. Like the stories that are crazy, crazy things that have happened, I've been accomplices to the crazy. Like but it's not being instigated by me.
I guess the
But
question we need to
I'm
ask you
your
is,
girl. I'm your
why are
girl.
these the
I'm a
people you're surrounded by?
because
Because
I'm your girl. He's done you dirty. Let's go. Do you know what I mean? So it's so funny. There's Whitney Cummings, the
yeah, yeah.
comedian. She's so funny. She does this bit where she's like, men, you think we don't know that our friend is crazy? You
I
think we
think I
don't
saw
know?
this.
We know. We see the text. She didn't send you.
Yeah, I saw this. And I was like, so
We see the
true.
message you didn't see. Like I was like, this is hilarious. So for me, I'm like, I'm that friend. I'm like, I hear that you're a bit enraged at the moment. I
Mm-hmm.
hear that you want to act on your crazy. You
Mm-hmm.
want to do this. Let's scale it down and do this instead.
You
that's
are the
that's
accomplice.
that's the
Okay.
role I've played, and I have
Mm-hmm.
unashamedly been the accomplice. So yes.
I think at this point, just own that you were a part of the crazy.
No, I was part. No, I encouraged the crazy because it was deserved. It was deserved.
Okay, this one is unhinged in a way I can't explain. And honestly, she deserves to go to jail. I hope she did go to jail for this.
Oh my gosh.
So the story is that her boyfriend broke up with her because he was moving to another state or something and did
Okay.
not
Okay.
want to do
Okay.
long distance.
Okay.
And
Which I understand.
I mean, yeah, it's a choice you have to make, and he made a choice, right? Anyway, she's upset about this. My man is traveling on a Tuesday at 12:30. She calls the authorities to give his name and say to them that he's boarding the plane with a bomb.
No, 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 no. No, this person doesn't have friends. Let me tell you that right now. This person does not have friends.
Or she has friends that
Because
are exactly like her.
all she has friends that are exactly like it, but I just don't know that a sane person would would hear their friend being like, "This is my plan," and be like, "Yeah, good idea, go do that."
Have you
That's
ever heard of the blind leading the blind?
Haibo to jail because you're right. This is like a
To
criminal
jail.
offense.
Jail straight. It is. Because now they've stopped this man
No,
from
no.
boarding. They've taken him into a
What
room. He's being
the
questioned. There's a
heck?
whole thing. All of his luggage is being searched. They've run background like a whole thing has happened because your girlfriend is upset that you broke up with her. On
So
behalf of
there's
all
a
women in the
story.
world, we denounce you. Yeah, not
Yo,
one
no,
of
that
us.
one, no.
What?
Listen, that one is a bit wild, babes. It's a bit wild. Um,
I
I
can't.
there's a similar kind of story right now on TikTok. There's this
Mm,
girl who she's Mexican. So her and her boyfriend are both Mexican.
mm.
But she's legal in the US and he is not.
Ouch.
So she kind of helped him get into the US and they're in the process of getting him legalized. And this is like now. This is now like
Current.
the
Oh boy.
last 2 weeks. Anyway, so and then obviously Trump now is president, so it's like this whole big
Hmm.
thing about immigration. So it's a stressful time, okay? Especially if you're an illegal immigrant in America. Anyway, she finds out that he is cheating on her. Okay. So
Hmm.
she says to him, like, hey, let's go to Six Flags, which is an
Oh
amusement
God.
park in
I
the
don't
States.
like where this is going.
And it's where they live. The Six Flags is a 2 hour drive away. Um, but also a 2 hour drive away from where they live is the border between the US and Mexico. So she's kind of like like books the hotel for the weekend. They're gonna go away for the weekend, etc. They leave on like a Friday night or whatever. So she's like, no, don't worry, I'll drive. They do a stopover at a like she's planned it down to the T. They do a stopover at some kind of gas station where they eat something which she knows makes him sleepy or whatever it is. So he gets back in the car and he falls asleep. The next time Mans wakes up, they are literally crossing the border into Mexico. Okay.
No.
And then she leaves him there. She's like, I helped you. I
No.
helped you get here.
I'm
You
gonna
can
help
ask
you get back.
you can ask the next girl to help you get back.
Oh. Actually, you know what? I'm not even mad. This is an insanity I approve.
Crazy. It's crazy,
This
but we're
is
like, yep,
this
I'm
is
aligned.
this is an
Girlfriend
because
stamp of approval.
the audacity that you have to be in a
Preach.
country illegally when someone stuck their neck out for you and then
Yeah,
to cheat on her.
yeah.
Even get your legal residence first before you start cheating. No? Get your papers first.
Imagine.
Aye,
Homegirl
aye, aye. This is
left
a
him in Memphis.
madness
She's
I
like,
can
I
get
will return
behind.
you. I
I
will
return
return
you to
you.
where I got you from.
Yeah. I was
I'm
like, babe,
sorry.
10
Look,
out of 10.
it's petty to the end.
Congratulations.
It is
Yeah.
really petty. It is also a bit mean, but I'm sorry.
I know I'm with it. I'm
I
with it.
respect it. I can't
Yeah,
do
but
it,
it's
but I respect
so
it.
funny. So funny.
Um, this one's a popular one in Nigeria, and this one's gonna get a bit preachy.
Oh
Bear
dear.
with me.
Okay.
So, I think it's madness, and I think a lot of women think it's madness. But the idea that so you're dating someone, but you're
Mm,
seeking a ring, you know, you have
okay.
turned him to you want a ring anyway. And so your way of getting that is to cook, clean, take care of him and all of his friends. So in Nigeria, it's kind of like
Uh,
you assume the role of wife to the point
before
where
being
all of
wife.
his friends and his family and his siblings calling
Mm,
you Iyawowa. Iyawowa means our wife. And you think that that's going to get you a ring. He's going to leave you high and dry, hun. Like
he's getting he's gonna
and let me
enjoy the goodies now and
he will
then
enjoy it. And then what usually happens is that they don't the sometimes men can be I know we're all God's creatures and I know women are crazy, but sometimes men too. What will happen is he won't even break up with her. She will receive a wedding
Mm.
invitation in the mail. He's getting married to someone else.
Yeah.
Or
That's
the
crazy.
other one that's really crazy that I've been seeing happen a lot is he won't even tell her anything. He'll be like, he's going out on a Saturday. My man's is off getting married. She will see it on Instagram.
That's crazy.
So, because, and then I see people say it, and I'm going to say it as well, because I truly think that it is madness for you to be doing this. Don't give a man wifely duties if he hasn't wifed you. Like, why are
Yeah,
you you're cooking and cleaning and picking
this
up
one is
after
less
him and
about him and more about
more
you.
about
Like
you?
respect yourself enough,
Value yourself.
value
It's
yourself enough. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
crazy for you to think that just because you're cooking and cleaning, he's going to wife you. Ah,
Yeah.
that's insanity. That like
Yeah.
for me,
It's
I'm
true.
so when I saw this one, I was like, and there's so many so many stories out there, but you can't keep like we
Yeah.
can't all keep doing the same mad things and expecting a
And
different
not learn from
outcome.
each
Yeah,
other.
not
And not learn
learn.
from each other.
It's
I
happened so
I
much.
a friend of a friend. So I just was at the table. I got invited, but this is not my friend, it's not my story.
Mm,
But the this girl, we were at brunch the one day, and she was like going through it, like going through it. She had just found out that the guy she was dating was
mm.
getting married because she saw the lobola negotiations on
Sure.
Instagram on Instagram. Everything
My
Lobola was happening on Instagram,
goodness.
and it was him. And she was just like, "Wait, what?"
That
Like,
is, I
yeah,
can't imagine. I cannot imagine.
traumatic,
Yeah, yeah,
traumatic.
yeah.
And this
I
isn't
can't.
someone she's just like chatting with, dating him for like 2 years,
Yo.
dating him for
Look,
2 years.
if you if you like cook, I saw someone posted. Oh God, it was the way the person wrote it. I might not say it that way. It was I think it was on X. It
Mm,
was very crude the way this woman wrote it. But
mm,
what she was basically saying is, if you like cook, clean, open all the different portals in your body for him to put things into. If a man is
different
not going to
photos.
marry you, he's not going to marry you.
Yeah,
Literally
it's
what
true.
she was saying. He's
No,
not
but it's
going
so
to.
true.
So don't fall into this insanity trap where you think if you try hard enough, if you become the
Yeah,
person he wants, if you become the
yeah.
version of a woman that he likes,
Correct.
it's not about that. He
Correct.
either wants you or
Absolutely.
he doesn't. There's
Correct.
nothing
Yeah.
you can do to change that
There's no in
outcome.
between. There's
There's
no in
no in
between. Look,
between.
I know we started off this episode being like, don't be a crazy hun. But the more we talk, I'm like, these huns are not acting crazy just because they're acting crazy. Men are also putting them through the most. So I saw, I saw a tweet that was like, that I was like, oh no, wait, I've now forgotten it. It's like, men are crazy. No, women are crazy. No, men are stupid. Women are crazy. But the main reason that women are crazy is because men are stupid. And I was like, correct, accurate.
Look, sometimes the crazy is definitely spurred on by something a man did. Other times, like the hun with
Fair,
the
fair,
box,
fair. Yeah.
just broke up
Yo,
with.
yo,
Here's another one that
sure.
I don't subscribe to. This a man breaks up with you in a restaurant or in public or whatever, and then you either slap him or you throw a drink in his face. I for me, it's the height of disrespect, and I just don't think why are we doing that? Like if you throw a
Mm,
drink in a man's face because he was groping you, separate chat. If you
yeah,
slap a man because he touched you in the wrong place, like he groped you, he touched your boob, he touched your ass, or he said something really vile to you,
yeah,
separate chat. But a man
yeah,
broke up with you and then you slapped him or you threw a drink in his face. Why?
yeah.
He's
I'm
allowed
with
to
you.
break up with you just like you're allowed to break up with him.
I'm with you. I think also like part of like a successful breakup, even if it's not an easy breakup, even if it is a little bit messy, is
Yeah.
about being able to walk away with your own sense of dignity and being able to
Mm-hmm.
carry it as well with a bit of grace. And I think that throwing a drink in someone's face, as satisfying as it might be for like 1 second,
Yeah.
like you're gonna walk away from that situation, I believe, as not the most mature person, as
Yeah.
not the like, and people will be like, well, you see, no wonder he broke up with her. I'm like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
even you must carry yourself with dignity, carry yourself with grace. He's breaking up with you, it's his loss.
I agree. Like you also carry yourself with some grace. Don't allow because it's what we always say about choosing how you want to show up in the world. Don't allow someone else the way
Exactly.
someone else is acting or the way someone else is moving
To
change who
define that.
you are or define
Mm,
who you are in a moment. You also have to
mm,
decide I'm not doing this with you. I don't this
mm,
is not how I
mm,
want to represent myself, so
mm.
it's fine. I'm choosing peace and walking away or whatever.
And we've all had the fantasy. You've all had the fantasy of where you like do it, you know? So just keep it a fantasy in your head
Enjoy
and
it, yeah, in
enjoy it
your
there.
head. Go watch movies and clips of it happening, but doesn't mean you have to act out
Doesn't
on
mean you have to
it.
act on it.
Yeah. Okay. I've got two more and then we're done. So this one
Okay.
this one
Maybe
is
I want to
for
laugh.
all of the people obsessed with who viewed their stories. All of the Huns
Okay,
obsessed with
let's.
it. So this Hun was on X. Was it her or him? I think it was her. This Hun was on X. I think what led me down this path was I'd seen a thread, I think, where women were sharing like the craziest thing they'd done in a relationship. This
Yeah.
hun was saying how she'd been talking to this guy, like things were still new, and like they connected online, they'd met, like they'd taken it offline IRL, they'd met, it was great
Mm,
times, the
mm,
honeymoon phase of a relationship. So he'd like all her posts, he'd view her stories, all of that stuff, and then there was just like a period of like 24 hours where he didn't view anything. So she'd posted, he didn't view any of her stories. And then she was just like, he's done. He's over me. And she drove to his house at 2
makes
a.m.
sense.
and parked out there and then called him up to see if he would pick up the phone so that she could see whether
Nah,
he was
girl.
picking it up or
That's
not.
crazy.
Turns out
That's crazy.
my man's was just not feeling well and had been sleeping.
That's
He
crazy.
was just not on Instagram. So I'm
That's
like, this
actually crazy.
craziness of it's been 2 hours. I posted a story. He hasn't viewed it. Why hasn't he viewed my story? It's been 30 minutes. Girl, he's got a life. He's at work.
He's
He's
living.
sleeping. He's pooping. He's talking to his mom. Like, there's a myriad of things he could be doing
Yeah.
like, calm down. Calm down. There's no
Take a
need.
breath.
Take a
This one
breath.
I can't even find a
It's
justified reason for you.
insane.
It's a bit crazy. That one's a bit crazy. Don't be that hun.
Just don't. Like it doesn't even make sense. Like anyway, the last one is from Love is Blind. Oof. okay, I'm gonna be very honest. I have not watched like the last two
I've tapped
seasons of
out.
Love is
We were
Blind.
like very excited for Love is Blind, and then it
We were
got more and more
within.
trashy. Yeah.
The one
But
I
it used to
watched
be
was
so
the UK
wholesome.
one. I watched the
I haven't
UK
watched
one.
it. I haven't watched it.
I watched
Worth a
that one.
watch?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
I'll
the
watch
first
it.
one. The first one's always good.
The first one's always wholesome.
I wouldn't call it wholesome, but
Okay, well, I mean, yes, there's still the drama, but I'm just saying is that
no,
like
no, no. I'm
people are
saying
there
this
for a lot
UK
more.
one. It's season
Yeah,
one
that's
of
what
the
I'm saying.
UK.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Season one is usually the better one.
Yeah, but people are there. People are also there for the wrong reasons on this one because now Love is Blind is huge. It's not like season one of the OG where nobody even knew whether it would take off or anything. Anyway, so I don't know what season this was. I can't remember. I think it's the because there's a new one coming out or a new one that's just dropped for
Mhm.
2025. I think it's the one, the one before the one that came before. I don't
The
know what
one for the
number.
one that came before.
The one before the
Oh,
one
I
that
think
came
we're on
before.
season. I think we're on season 8 now, so it must be season 7.
No, I think it was. I didn't watch seven. I
Uh,
clearly didn't watch seven. It might have been six. Anyway, there was this hun. I think her name was Maria, and the guy's name was Tom.
okay.
And they were an unlikely couple from the get, like unlikely. But they seem to be enjoying themselves, and I don't begrudge them that. Sure, let's have a good time. Anyway, so there's this scene where they go out on a date, and I think it was a first date or something. And for some reason, Tom, I'm just making sure that I have it correct. Yeah. For some reason, Tom expected them to split the check at the end.
Oh,
And
Tom.
Maria gets upset
Upset.
and
Okay.
is like, and it's for her, it's like a red flag. And why are we, was it a date or did they go for drinks? I can't remember.
So we're
But
out, obviously, because we're now out of the pods, right? So,
we are out of the pods. Yes, we are
like,
out
because
of the
they're seeing each
pods.
other.
Yeah. But her
I'm.
reaction for
Mm.
me is what was problematic. And I
Oh,
don't really
okay. Tell me.
remember. She, it was okay. So for instance, if you I'm gonna ask you this question. If you
Mm.
went on a date with a guy, first meeting, first time, and you'd both,
Mm.
it wasn't like a he was like, let's I want to take you out. It was like a let's go out and meet. Like the first time we're meeting,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
get there and he's like, are you okay splitting the check? What would your reaction be?
Is he asking me this when the check is already there, or he's asking me in this beginning?
Actually, I don't remember. I think it might have been after.
Mm.
Is that okay? So the timing of it is important, isn't it?
Yeah, it is important because for me, I'm like, if we're going in understanding, well, okay, here's the chat. I would love it if on a first date you would pay the bill. Like I would. Because for
Mm,
me it's indicative of like who you are and how you are and you're going to take care of me and what it's going to do in my instance it's going to inspire this need to reciprocate and
mm,
to take care of you as well, you know? Um I am I have been on dates where we've split the bill. Do you know what I mean?
mm.
And it's left, I won't lie, it's left a sour taste in my mouth,
Oh,
but I've
really?
not,
Okay.
yeah, but like I'm saying first dates. I've been on first dates where we split the bill. It's left a sour taste in my mouth because I'm like, I wish you had, done this show for me. But I've not let it be a deal breaker.
Mm.
Do you
Okay.
know what I
So
mean?
you'd
Like,
so you'd go on like a second date with the person.
yes, I
You
would
give him
still go
another
on a second
chance.
date.
See,
I
I
would
feel like
still,
that's a good response. But for
yes.
her, it seemed like it was a deal breaker. She got
I
really
have friends
upset.
now that it's a deal breaker for.
She got
It's a deal
really
breaker.
upset, said that
Yeah.
he was supposed to be the man, he was supposed to provide. Like she went on and on about it, about how she was
Mm.
raised. And I was just like, okay, sweetie, I get that this is a pet peeve of yours or a personal preference for you, but please don't make it sound like I think what I wanted to say is please don't make it sound like all women need this or like all
I'm
women
with you.
are raised to be taken care of by a
Yeah.
man. And I'm not
Yeah.
saying that it's wrong or it is right. We all want to be pampered. Hey, I love to be taken
Yeah,
care
I
of.
know, of
But I
course.
think the reaction for
Yeah.
me was just really
Was
big.
a bit high. You know,
And
the other thing that's difficult about it from a love is for me to find sympathy in the situation is that love is blind. The whole thing is that like love should be blind. So by this point, if you're meeting face to face, he's asked you to
he's
marry him.
proposed. Yeah.
You and you have said yes. You've spent I don't know how many hours in the pods chatting to each other, talking to each other, like getting to know each other. It's difficult for this like Maria Tom thing because it's not like this is the first date. But like
Mm,
this point, you've been in the pods, like he's proposed. You guys are currently engaged.
mm,
Do you know what I mean? Like you're engaged, he's proposed, you said yes. You've been in the pods for I don't know how many hours
mm.
talking to each other, getting to know each other. And so it does seem for me a little bit silly to make such a big deal at this moment when you're about to
Yeah.
technically spend the rest of your lives together.
Yeah.
Unless Maria is looking for a reason to shut it down.
I don't even remember because it was so long ago, but
Yeah.
I mean, you're right. It's
Anyway,
possible. It's
yeah.
possible. I think it was just the outrage. I'm not saying she has to like the idea,
With you, with
but
you,
I
with
think
you.
for
But
me, the
the
reaction was just a bit
level was
more
too vague.
than anyway. So
Yeah.
I think that what we're basically saying is it's a new year. It's not that new anymore. It's been a couple months. But let's leave some of the crazy behind in 2024, Let's
Some of
embrace
it, or
some
rather, let's say,
sanity.
some of the crazy is justified. Maybe find a friend who can back whether your crazy is a justified
You
crazy
know
or
what?
if it's a
Yes.
crazy that needs to be left behind.
You know what? I'm with it. Actually,
Yeah,
you're right. Find a friend that can talk you off a ledge or that can cheer
exactly.
you on and be like, yeah, this crazy is called
Fine.
for.
This is a
Go
crazy we
ahead.
can get behind.
This is the crazy
This
we can get
it's not.
behind.
This is not it.
Come say hi. Come say hi on Instagram. Come share your like what's your craziest story from dating? Like
Even
what's the
if
craziest
it's
thing
your
you've done?
friend's story, we want to know.
Even if it's your story and you say it's your friend's story, we want to know. Come share on Instagram and on TikTok. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow, share, do all of the things on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. Thanks so much for
Yep,
joining
yep,
us.
yep.
I'm Ore Ajewale. And this is
Hey,
Cassie J.
Jolie.
Told you I was going to start doing that.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And I'm Cassie J.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Hey, thanks for listening. Please don't forget to like and subscribe anywhere and everywhere you find your podcasts. You can also watch and subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Okay, love you. Bye.